Grab your favorite cup, roll a blunt, slide into a nice warm tub, whatever you need to do to get ready for the new tea.
Our goal is to uplift, upgrade, and update you on what is happening in the world from a culturally conscious gaze.
Of course, we'll throw in some off-color topics to make our subjects more palpable.
Welcome to Urban Proper.
Y'all,
Listen,
it is I, Shisha, the color, aka self-proclaimed queen of everything the light touches.
and it be me, Darius, the destroyer, self-proclaimed destroyer of all things, including, but not limited to, the GOP.
Fuck the GOP. Fuck the whole U.S. government right now.
The reason this episode is called Wash Your Motherfucking Hands is because we need to wash our hands in 2020. Where should we begin?
Furious.
Where should we begin?
So sitting here and just going through hot topics that's popping up, right now the Senate is in a stalemate about a stimulus package, COVID relief package, that really should be more so geared towards the people who have lost their jobs due to COVID for reasons that are not their own, who have been struggling. Instead, they're fighting over, the GOP is trying to basically
Shortchange
the
American people.
I'm sorry, I'm pissed off. I'm past pissed off. There needs to be another word. I'm furious. Like they're proposing a one-time $600 stimulus check. You already gave us a punk ass $1,200 32 weeks ago.
32 weeks.
Some
people haven't even gotten it.
Yes.
How about that fact? How about the fact that some people didn't even get the punk ass $1,200? So would they get the punk ass $600?
They're saying that this is a way to get people their money faster and to basically boost the economy. How are you going to boost the economy by giving somebody a one-time payment of $600 and it doesn't even cover a lot of people's rent?
My rent is $600 where I'm living right now.
My rent is $625.
Girl,
so that doesn't even cover my fucking rent.
Girl,
people, this is a reality. Some people have been laid off since the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
The job market is piss poor.
Terrible.
It's shitty. We're competing with
everybody.
A multitude of people.
Literally
more
everybody.
People, yes. Everybody's trying to get a job. And the people who have returned to work, half the time they return to work not making nearly the same amount of money they were making pre-COVID.
And to boot, they are putting themselves at such a high risk of getting COVID. And the biggest catch for me is the fucking unemployment. Now, I've said on previous episodes that I've been laid off. I've been laid off now for 3 weeks. I think it's been.
I've been laid off twice. It's not a competition, but I'm just putting one out there.
Yeah, like I've been laid off for 2 weeks since my job had reopened. This is technically my second layoff too.
Yeah.
So we've been laid off for 2 weeks, and on the unemployment website it says fear of contracting COVID-19 is not a legitimate reason to receive unemployment benefits. Are you fucking kidding me? So
you basically want people to put their life at risk, put their health at risk, put their family at risk. A lot of people are doing so because they are facing evictions, or because they're facing repossession of their cars, because they can't pay for their medical bills, they can't pay for their medication. A lot of people are forced to work in the front line in the grocery stores
to make minimum wage, which is what, $10 now?
In Missouri, I'm not certain.
Let me look.
But yeah, you're forcing people to either. It's just
You're basically making people choose between life and death.
Thank you.
Like,
I'm so pissed off that I'm like seeing red right now. Like that whole article, they're literally stuck on how to craft liability protections for these fucking corporations so they are not liable for people contracting COVID-19 and dying on the job. So your main concern is protecting these corporations that are worth millions of dollars and basically saying, fuck everybody else. Mm-hmm. Fuck the people who are struggling. Mm-hmm. Fuck the people who probably are living with other family members, who are probably living in fucking hotels, probably can't even fucking pay for their hotel.
Yeah.
Like you're basically saying, fuck these people. The $600 is fine. They can stretch the $600. When other countries like Australia is giving people almost $2,000 a month.
How about the fact that New Zealand is reopened
and back in action,
having concerts and having
because they did what the government did what the fuck they were supposed to do. Shut down. They gave people money so they can survive, so they won't be in turmoil, in financial turmoil. And it's just like we're supposed to be the greatest country in the motherfucking world on this earth, this green planet, this ghetto ass Florida ass planet. But you can't even take care of the people who are in fucking need.
Literally every other country is looking at us like, wow, the ghetto.
Like, let me go through this list for y'all. Let me put it in perspective. America's supposed to be the greatest country in the world, right? Isn't that the
yeah, that's what they say.
I can't even talk. Like, that's what y'all talking about. Like,
that's what they say.
But guess what? Australia's giving a stimulus relief fund of almost $2,000 a month. Canada is giving almost $1,500 a month. Denmark is giving up to almost $3,300 a month. France is giving almost up to $100 a month. Germany, the same thing. Ireland, almost $1,800 a month. The UK, up to over $3,000 a month. But the US, no, they gave us $1,200 stimulus check to last for 32 weeks.
Mind you, these countries are doing this a month. Not once, not at the beginning of quarantine, not at the beginning of the pandemic. A month. They are doing this. Are you fucking serious? Like, they talk so much about rebuilding the economy. Fuck the economy. There are going to be no people in America left if we don't get the virus under control and we don't fund the people who are literally struggling to make do.
Y'all just going to incite more riots.
Yeah. But it's about time to just overthrow the government, honestly.
It's at this point, it's just ridiculous.
It's crazy. It is nuts.
Literally, they're supposed to go on recess on the 11th. Today is the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's the 11th. If they don't come to a conclusion,
they're going to have to start from scratch.
Unemployment benefits are supposed to end. The COVID unemployment benefits are supposed to end on December 26th. That's in a couple of months.
Couple of weeks.
I'm sorry. I'm so pissed off. I'm just.
I know.
Oh, fuck it up. I can't talk straight. I'm just, yeah. It's at this point, and it's been at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's fucking disgusting. Get y'all head out y'all fucking asses and help the people. Because at the end of the day, when y'all go on recess and y'all go back to y'all lodges and your winter homes in Florida and your vacation spots, y'all fine.
Y'all good. And just because people went back to work doesn't mean that they are okay.
No.
People had to, you literally forced people to go back to work because you cut all kinds of extra benefits that people were literally needing. Not wanting, not asking for, needing.
Not just for the sake of just sitting at home on their asses collecting checks. People need. You probably don't even understand that $600. People are probably months behind on rent at this point.
Yeah.
Months behind on their car note at this point. Months behind on their utility bills at this point.
Yeah. And what about the people who are already behind before this?
Yeah.
Like, there are people who are already in debt who are in even more debt now. And there are people who weren't in debt who are in debt now. Like, you cannot sit in your high fucking horse and tell me that you don't see that people need financial relief now. They needed it months ago. They needed it after that first $1,200 check. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what bitch McConnell and the rest of the fucking GOP can't get through their thick fucking skulls.
And they're literally trying to point the finger at the Democrats, and the Democrats are really trying to fight. Like, okay, people need more money. You're focusing on corporations, but the people are the ones that need the money. Because
fuck a corporation, they have plenty of money to be okay. But you know what? I can't buy shit from your corporations if I don't have the money to buy it.
Yeah.
So fuck your corporation. Fuck bailing them out.
Help the small businesses. Help the people.
Do you know how many? It's estimated that over 1 million small restaurants will close this year.
I think it was like 70% of restaurants went under.
I am scared.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if my restaurant closes.
Like, people are running out of their money in their savings account. I'm in a group on Facebook, an unemployment group, and this one lady, she's barely getting $200 a week. She already exhausted her regular unemployment. So when this ends, what the fuck are people supposed to do?
Sit back and think in terms of things.
We can't go to our fathers and our grandfathers and our grandmothers and ask for a small fucking loan of $1 million, you fucking bitches.
Like, figure it the fuck out.
Wake the fuck up. This episode was supposed to go in a completely different direction.
Yeah, but fuck that.
Fuck that. It's just I'm motherfucking tired. People are tired. And if people go to the streets and they riot and they fucking loot, so fucking be it. That's gonna open your eyes. That's like the only way to open your eyes.
Yeah.
To realize that what the fuck is going on.
And even that won't do it.
It won't.
That's the sad thing about it. We could go into the streets and riot and loot, and we could go to Capitol motherfucking Hill and rob every single one of them blind, and they would be like, they're savages. They're ungrateful. We gave them this. No.
What are people supposed to do?
What do you expect for the American people to do if they can't go to work every day? If they can't make the money themselves? You always talk about making the money, or pull yourself up by your bootstraps. How am I gonna do that when you didn't give me any boots?
And if you do go out and get a job, that's on the front line in the grocery stores, you're putting yourself at risk of contracting COVID. Because this, to be completely honest, people aren't really being responsible for themselves, for other people. They're not taking the precautions that they should be taking, like getting tested regularly, wearing masks regularly.
And you get, in Missouri specifically, I'm going to speak about Missouri for just a hot second. We have a governor who is Republican, who is probably one of the leading people behind the fucking thing that we will get to later in this episode. And this bitch ass, punk ass motherfucker, Mike Parson, you know who the fuck you are, refuses to set a mask mandate through the entire state of Missouri.
Right now, I think Missouri is in at number 5 now.
Number 5. For the simple fact of not wanting, he's basing it basically off of people will do the right thing. Missouri is number 5.
They're not going to do the right thing.
And
people are selfish by nature.
Selfish by nature, and Missouri is one of the reddest states. It don't get no redder than Missouri than probably Texas.
And only Texas because Texas is about 3, 4, 8 times bigger than Missouri.
Listen, if Missouri were any bigger, it would be a second Texas. Like, Missouri is a red state. St. Louis, Kansas City, I think Springfield are all little pockets of blue in a sea of red. And you get all these people, so St. Louis County restaurants shut down. You get all these people coming from Jeffco, from St. Charles, from all these other places that don't have mask mandates, that don't have social distancing guidelines anymore, who just said, fuck it, the virus isn't real, and they come here and they bring the virus here.
Tell the over 250,000 people who died from COVID that COVID isn't real. Tell the people who basically fear for their lives on their deathbed, choking on their own mucus, that COVID isn't real.
Tell the people who have tested positive.
Thank you. Twice.
Like
twice for COVID. Because it went to the front line, went back to work, and interacting with people and contracting COVID.
Who don't give a fuck about themselves or anybody else around them. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You really truly have to be kidding me if you think that people are just gonna, quote, do the right thing. Yeah, some people are. I am. Shisha is. The people in our direct lives are. But I live with people who are high risk.
Yes.
And I could go out and get a job, but what if I bring something home because some fucktard from Arnold decided that he didn't want to wear a mask when he came into my job, and now I have COVID, and now my mom has COVID, and my grandparents have COVID, and potentially my nieces get COVID. Like, that's how it happens. That's how it spreads.
It's a snowball effect, and it's just beyond.
So
ridiculous at this point.
To carry this episode forward, because I can rant all day. We could rant all day about this shit. By the way, minimum wage in Missouri is only $8.60 an hour.
Wow.
So
it did at one point go up to $10, so somebody had to vote for it to decrease.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I believe $15 was on the ballot this year and it got totally completely denied. Even though a lot of the people that I'm sure voted
it's a living wage.
Yeah.
It's a living wage. It's a living wage. And it's a living wage that you don't even live comfortably.
I've seen so many people online on my Facebook feed who are like, when fucking Joe Biden increases the minimum wage and the cost of living goes up, don't be mad at me. Okay,
the cost of living has continuously went up.
And the cost
exponentially,
and the amount of money that people make is not a living wage. So do you seriously, and I had to comment on a friend's post because I was like, you fucking dumb bitch. Do you seriously think that, would you rather get paid $15 an hour, make a living wage, and the cost of living rise congruent to the cost of minimum wage? Or would you rather the cost of living continue rising exponentially and the minimum wage staying what it was for the past 20 years or more?
And let me put this in perspective, because when I got my first job, I was 16, so that was 2006. Minimum wage was $6.65. And it's $8.60 now. $8.60. So you mean to tell me in 14 years, minimum wage has only raised $1.98.
But the cost of living,
95 cents.
The cost of living has gone up by way more. As a matter of fact,
while Darius is looking that up, I'm just going to speak on the ridiculousness and just a perfect example of people not giving a fuck about the people around them. So there was a couple that was arrested in Hawaii for knowingly boarding a flight with COVID from California to Hawaii. They have been charged with reckless endangerment. And honestly, they really should be charged with attempted fucking manslaughter or murder or something, because that's definitely what it was.
Yep.
They boarded a United Airlines flight with their 4-year-old son. So not only did y'all have COVID, y'all boarding the flight and trying to go on a trip with your son. They boarded through San Francisco International Airports, and once they landed in Hawaii, they were escorted by police and arrested for second-degree reckless endangerment. And Child Protective Services was also notified. So it's like you knew that you had COVID, and you basically said, fuck everybody that's going to be in close proximity with me. Fuck everybody that's going to be on this flight with me. I want to go to Hawaii.
I'm going to take the Rona to Hawaii.
And it's the amount of people that were potentially infected by this couple. It's like it's it's like 7 degrees of separation. Like, it's just, if you were sitting next to them on a plane, or if you came in contact with them, if you touched something that they touched, you potentially, and probably a lot of people who didn't go get tested or didn't, wasn't notified properly, but that's the whole point. This is what's going on. This is why COVID has not went away. This is why the numbers are
steadily rising.
Like, completely rising at an exponential rate. Like, it's just, how dare you? How selfish of you?
Like, truthfully, I don't even know where to begin with that. Going back for a hot second to the cost of living in Missouri. So essentially, it costs $159,500 to live in Missouri.
It costs how much?
$159,000
a year.
Excuse me. Yeah, $500 to live in Missouri. According to this, we're like number 69 on the list of wait, hold on. Out of 100, we're number 69.
And we're talking about that number is a medium house cost, right?
That's a medium home cost.
So let's just do some math here. So somebody working making $15 an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's just say that they are full time. So that's 40 hours a week,
mm-hmm.
right? And most of the time, and that's before taxes, that's $600. Most of the time, you're getting paid bi-weekly, right? So
mm-hmm.
let's multiply that by 2. So you're making $1,200 before taxes,
mm-hmm.
and that's not to include health insurance, dental insurance that's being taken out of your check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's bi-weekly. You're making $1,200, and it might sound like a lot when you're talking about it, but it really isn't. And then let's multiply that by 2.
That's gross income. That's not net. That's not what you bring home.
No. Yeah, and so that's $2,400 a month, and that's not including paying rent, paying utilities. We're just going to talk about essentials. Paying health insurance that you're now by law supposed to carry, and so that's $2,400 a month, right?
Isn't it fucked that we have to legally have health insurance but can't afford health insurance?
Yeah, but let me. So at the end of the year, right, and that's
mm-hmm.
not accounting for, like I said, taking out insurance and taxes out of your check. That's less than $30,000 a month. I mean, a year. I'm sorry. That's $28,800 a year.
Did I do some math wrong?
You had to.
Darius is not good at math. Okay, shut up. So back to your numbers. Mm-hmm. So you
$28,800 if minimum wage was set at $15 an hour.
Currently, minimum wage in Missouri is $8.60 an hour. That is $16,512 a year, not including taxes, or paying rent, or taxes and insurance. If you work a full-time job that pays you insurance, which most likely you don't, because you make $8 an hour. Like, we're about, owning this home, about $100,000 or more off. Like $140,000 off.
And like I said in a previous episode, I was watching Queen Gambit. Is that
mm-hmm.
what it's called on Netflix?
Yeah.
And long story short, she bought a home for a 3-bedroom home for less than $7,000 in the 60s. So when you fucking boomers talk about how the millennials have destroyed the economy, they're no longer buying homes, we can't fucking afford it. Y'all not paying us. Y'all tuition was $2,000 a year.
And that's what most of us make in 2 months. Like, that's 2 months worth of income for a lot of people. And like, there's literal people out here who don't believe in inflation, who don't think that paying people more isn't going to solve the economic crises of people who live in poverty. But these numbers are vastly different than what you think.
Like, the system is literally designed to keep the poor poor. Basically. I mean,
Yeah.
when you sit down and think about it, it's designed for you not to be able to gain assets. And assets are properties, right? Assets are stocks and bonds.
Mm-hmm.
You put people in a cycle of living from paycheck to paycheck, or literally, and it's in the Black community, it's the term robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, I got a disconnect notice for, hypothetically, I got a disconnect notice for my light bill.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pay my gas bill, that's due, but now I'm going to have to take this money and put it towards my light bill, so I can keep the lights in my house, right? And a lot of people are now working from home when they have to keep their lights on.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these companies, these positions that were $16 an hour, $18 an hour, are now trying to pay people $10 an hour,
Yep.
$12 an hour. They're thinking because they don't have to commute to work anymore that, oh, we can pay them less. But the whole reality is they're spending more time at home.
Mm-hmm.
You're not providing them with internet services, so that's an expense right there that they have to be able to work.
Yeah.
So they don't get fired and potentially not be able to qualify for unemployment. They're also burning up more electricity because they're at home using this computer.
So their bills are higher.
Yes, their bills are higher, and it's a cycle.
It's a never-ending cycle for impoverished people, especially impoverished people who haven't been taught to be financially literate.
But how can you be financially literate
in a pandemic
if you're not getting compensated?
Exactly. It all circles back to pay us more motherfucking money.
And these people are the frontline people of your company. These are the people who are your customer service representatives. People are your grocery stores. They're basically the cogs and gears that are keeping your company flowing. That's keeping the CEOs and everybody that's in the C-suite and all the upper management flowing in money.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people who interact with customers that are bringing business and continue with the business to your company.
Yeah, they are the lungs and heart of your organization.
Yes. Pay people
a living wage.
A living fucking wage.
And it's so sad to see people post about the cost of living going up, or raising the minimum wage and that being a bad thing, and knowing that it's because they're taught that poverty is the only way to live. Like, it's so disheartening to know that people will sit here and say they want better for themselves, but they don't even know what better for themselves is. It's so disrespectful to put people in a position of poverty, to impoverish whole generations of people, and then make them feel bad for wanting more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck?
This year is just, if your eyes are still closed and you don't understand what's going on, it's just willful ignorance. You don't want to understand. You don't want to help implement change. You're part of the fucking problem.
You're a huge part of the problem.
And that's just a segue into Darius, the latest loss of Black lives.
Okay, so I saw this on a white friend's profile actually a couple of days ago. Yet another Black man has been killed by the police. His name is Casey Goodson. Remember it, say it loud. He was 23 years old, and he was murdered by a police officer by the name of, let me make sure that I get his name correct so that we remember it.
Remember what a lowlife this motherfucker is.
Jason Meade. Jasonmeade, a 17-year, quote, veteran of the force, murdered Goodson in cold blood, putting his key in his door at home.
Literally.
Carrying
Coming
sandwiches.
home.
From the dentist. He had a dentist appointment. This is what I'm reading from the article. He had a dentist appointment. He was bringing food home for his family, and he was shot entering his door.
To be found by who?
His 5-year-old, I believe it was his little cousin, and his 72-year-old grandmother.
No threat at all.
No threat.
Was literally murdered again because he. And this is a cycle, because people who have murdered black people in cold blood, the people who wear blue, the blue lives people, quote unquote, the people who are supposed to protect and serve, because they are not being reprimanded properly, because they're not being charged with these murders. People continuously think it's okay to repeat this cycle.
I don't know if we've given the history of the police on the podcast.
No, we need to do an episode.
Let me just give you a brief, and we'll do an episode on it later, but let me give you a brief history of the police. The police was created after slavery was ended to police black people. Not to police white people, not to wrangle, quote unquote, white people, to keep black people in their place. Literally is the whole entire creation of the police. And you know that started from the KKK. Yeah. So to come to me and say that blue lives matter, fuck you. My skin is black all day, every day.
There's no such thing as a blue light, because end of the day, you take that, and we talked about this, you take that uniform off. It's not a culture. It's a culture. It's a fucked up culture ingrained in hatred, in prejudice, and racism. But at the end of the day, you take that off, and a lot of off-duty black officers have been killed. It's just like
it is inherent in the police force to hate black people.
And people who, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
People who have whistleblowed and have reported these instances have swiftly and quickly been removed from the force. Way swiftly and quickly than the people who have had multiple complaints.
Of using excessive force, and that just is, it brings more relevance to the abolish the police. Defund the police, get rid of them, create an entirely new justice system.
Yeah, and in all reality, it takes them 6 months to train to be a police officer, but to practice law, I think a minimum of, how long does it take to get it?
It's like 8 years to be a lawyer.
Yes, you need to go through the same process. You need to understand the law in its entirety. You need an extensive background check, an extensive psychological check, an extensive some kind of prejudice racist check. It needs to be implemented.
If you have any photo of you holding a fish, you cannot be a police officer. On your Tinder profile, if there's a Confederate flag, you cannot be a police officer.
It's just.
It is inherent. It is literally ingrained in the base creation of the police force is racist. You can't push that piece of history aside. You want to remove black history from schools and not teach black kids about where they came from, who they are, about actual black heritage. But you also don't want to teach these white kids about where they came from too. They need to learn about the KKK. They need to learn about, where racism started. Because it sure the fuck didn't start with us.
If you don't know your history, you are liable to repeat the same shit over and over again. And that's just the reality of it.
So,
I'm motherfucking tired. I'm 30 years old, and I'm tired. And I'm pretty sure, and this shit has been going on for a long time. My grandfather was from the South, from Tennessee, Tiptonville or Dyersburg. I confuse the cities because my grandma's from one, he's from the other. He went to the military. He made some good money. He bought his parents' home. He had a nice car. He called him Blue because he had a blue Ford. He was at a gas station pumping his gas in the 70s. My mom was born in 75. Okay, have a young mother. Literally, a guy flicked a cigarette at him and burned over 80% of my grandfather's body because he was jealous that this black man had a better car than him.
Why have I never heard this story?
Yeah, it's yeah. So my grandfather, he has like burns on his hands and stuff. I remember asking him when I was little, and he probably told me the story when I was about probably 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But like, that's the reality of being black.
The reality of being black and minding your own motherfucking business.
Minding your own business and having better things than a white person.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have this car. You're black.
Yeah.
Why? You can't live in this neighborhood. Why? Why do I need to prove to you that I live in this neighborhood?
Why is this black person making more money than me? Why is this? It's.
How did you acquire this? How did you get? Because I beat the odds.
He was a veteran at that point. He was a veteran of the United States Marines. He served this country.
And this country don't give a fuck about him. As a veteran and a black man, because veterans don't get no kind of nothing.
It's just.
Speaking of, first of all, rest in peace to Casey Goodson. All of my love and positive energy to you and your family.
It's just I'm tired of people being in hashtags like black.
I am so sad that.
It's at this point it's ridiculous. Like,
and the trauma that kid and his grandmother have experienced.
It's just repeating the cycle. It's repeating the cycle of not trusting the police. He literally was coming home from a dentist appointment with sandwiches to feed his family.
He
was murdered.
And like you had literally no just cause, none whatsoever. Allegedly, apparently the police officer said that he saw him driving with a gun, but even if you did, his family then was like, yeah, he's licensed to carry. And in Ohio, where this happened, Columbus, Ohio, there is no concealed carry law, just like there's no concealed carry law in Missouri. So you had no reason, right, or to shoot him. You didn't even pull him over. You didn't even acknowledge that he was a human being. You shot him in cold blood. That's fucking nuts, man. And that's the reality of being black. Is that could happen at any moment to anybody.
So when you tell us to get over this shit and build a bridge and get over it, it's in the past. It's literally not in the past. It's literally an episode of Fresh Prince from the early 90s where Jazz is in the courtroom and they're telling him to put his hands down. And he's like, no, because if I put my hands down, I have 5 warning shots in my back. Mm-hmm. And that's the reality still in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Over 20 years later.
There's no getting over things that are continuing to happen and traumatize us to this day. To this minute, to this hour, to this second. We are continuously traumatized by watching our brothers and sisters get killed in the streets. Or in their homes. Or, unlawfully arrested for possession of marijuana and put in jail for 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Why now people are being celebrated for opening dispensaries and basically selling weed, and people are still sitting in jail from non-violent marijuana drug charges? And people are making millions of dollars a year. White men are making millions of dollars a year off of weed.
Do you not see the difference? Do you not see that literally the only difference is skin color? The only difference is skin color.
And to kind of back it up too, one of my favorite people that I kind of recognized or discovered during COVID is Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago.
Mayor Lightfoot.
My goodness. I think, what was it? I'm not quite certain the time frame which weed was legalized in Illinois. But
it's been a minute, hasn't it?
I think it's probably within the last year.
Pre-Rona, I believe.
Yeah.
At the earliest pre-Rona.
Yeah. So in Chicago, a lot of people you have to apply for a permit. You have to show,
mm-hmm.
Go the credentials,
mm-hmm.
and of the approvals, the majority were white people, white men. And Mayor Lightfoot, being a black woman, black queer woman, that does not sit well with her. And she made them reevaluate the license. Because it's just like, why are these people being approved because they're white? And why are these people that are meeting the credentials, are meeting the minimum requirements to have their license, in order to have a dispensary or a growth farm or whatever have you, being denied? Like, what's the problem? Why is this whole disproportionate?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's one of my favorites. She just don't give a damn. She speaks what the fuck she wants to speak. She unapologetic for it, and yeah.
This is why we need more black women.
We need more black people.
Black people, but
period.
specifically black women. We need more black women in positions of power, man. Like,
listen, we need to reclaim our time, as Maxine Waters says. We need to implement change.
Yep.
We need to open the American people's eyes and the American government eyes to their failures.
Yeah.
Of black people and marginalized people. And we can't do so with the 60-year-old, 70-year-old motherfuckers that's been in office forever, that have these outdated and actually inaccurate viewpoints.
You can't speak for me if you haven't lived my existence.
Mm-hmm.
You are an old white man, or even an old white woman. You have not lived the experience of this 27-year-old black man. Mm-hmm. You have not. You have not lived the experience of any black person on this planet. There is no possible way that you can tell me what is right for me. And
you know, coming from squalor and rising up, does not make you relatable to the black experience.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. And there's so many people who approach me with that whole, my family struggled too. That's fine.
Good for you.
But still, at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about going home from the dentist and trying to give your family sandwiches and being shot in the back while opening your front door
to a home you have keys to.
You don't have to worry about getting your neck stepped on for 8 whole minutes while the world watches you fucking die. You don't have to worry about your 15-year-old walking home from the store with Skittles in Arizona being gunned down because he's fucking black and looks suspicious. You don't have to worry about running through a fucking neighborhood that you live in trying to get some exercise and motherfuckers executing you. You don't have to worry about that. That's not your fucking reality.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit here and try to compare you coming up from squalor to literally having to watch your every move to make sure that you are fitting in this cookie cutter ass bubble to make sure you're safe.
That's the craziest thing about being black is most things we do are just to exist. Literally, we just want to walk down the street, man. I want to be able to take my nieces and nephews to the store without being followed around. I want to be able to buy a water gun for my fucking nephew and not worry about him being the next little kid shot because he has a water gun.
Yeah, the next Amir Rice, yeah.
Like, that's a 13-year-old child they killed. 13 years old.
Came out the car and just shooting the gun.
Didn't he? And they don't
Black little boy.
And that's the thing. They don't think twice about it. They don't even stop to take in, is this a real gun? You are supposed to be a trained police officer. You don't even take the time to think about whether or not this is right.
Not even just that. The fact that you get out the car and you see this little person and your first reaction is to shoot.
I felt threatened by a 13-year-old child. Aren't you a trained police officer? You felt threatened by a 13-year-old child?
Everything that black people do, code switching,
Oh my God, code switching.
To literally when I have interviews, especially during COVID, virtual interviews, I've started my process of locking my hair. But I have to make sure I put on a wig, and I have to make sure that it is a wig that lives up to the European standard. That isn't going to basically just like, you know.
Do you? Yet another not lived experience from white people. Literally being kicked out of school for having hair.
Oh yeah, because you have braids. Yeah, or because you have locks, or not being able to compete in a tournament or a wrestling tournament because you have locks, and literally having to sit there. It's a part of your culture. Having to sit there and have your locks cut off in front of everybody
by a white woman
in order to compete.
By a white woman. That, when I tell you oh my God, I just got so hot. That made my blood boil. Because who the fuck do you think you are to cut this man's dreads off? Nope, not dreads. His locks off. Because you think they are wrong. Bitch, what if I came up to you and cut your stringy ass, bleach blonde ass hair off? That is disrespectful and ugly to me. I don't like it. You can't work for me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you have blue eyes. There's no way you can work here.
Can't do it. Sorry.
That's the whole existence of being black. You have to fit yourself into this cookie cutter bubble, for lack of a better colloquialism or euphemism, and you have to code switch. Like the way I talk right now, right? When I'm in an interview, no, I don't.
Completely different.
Completely different. I have to raise my voice an octave.
And you have to wait. Once you get the job, you have to wait a couple months to see if you can actually be let them in on a little bit more of who you are. When you work in a predominantly white field, you're like, okay, all right, they seem cool, but if I drop this octave a little bit and I change up the way I talk, are they still gonna be okay with how?
Or a girl slip out.
Girl.
Or oh my bad.
Yeah, like
slip out, and it's just it's tiring and it's exhausting. And shout out to Big Mouth on Netflix. I keep shouting out.
Oh my God,
Netflix.
the code switching episode.
The code switching episode.
Code switching.
It's the truth. It's just for every situation, to make yourself not seem like a threat, you have to code switch.
Yep. And if you need to know more about code switching, we actually did an episode about code switching in season 1 or 2, I think. I can't remember exactly which episode it is, but go back and listen. We did a whole episode about being black.
And it's like, as lit as we talk about being black as it is lit. Like if you watch this video of me and Darius, we literally start dancing off nothing.
Nothing.
Our hair defies gravity. Our skin is heavily melanated, and we come in different flavors of fucking chocolate ice cream. It's just it's tiring, and you better be glad that all black people want in this country is what we're owed: the right to live,
to exist on this green, quickly turning to brown earth. Like, truthfully, as a black man, take queer out of the equation. As a black man, I don't want my nephews to be afraid to live. And a lot of us don't even realize how afraid we are to live. To be black. To just be black. I just want to celebrate my blackness. That's it.
I have 2 brothers. Both very tall and big body frame, dark skinned black men. I fear for them every day. And now I have a nephew that's 2 years old that I fear for. I fear for my own life. And every time I'm on the road and I see a black person pulled over by the police, I just pray to God that they make it home safe.
Mm-hmm.
I pray to God they don't end up as another hashtag and another reason why we're hitting the streets and protesting.
Yeah, we deserve more than that. And I'm gonna say that again. We deserve more than that. So much more than that.
And it's just so much wrong. It's just so much wrong. It's so much wrong in this country. Yeah, it's. But in other news, to kind of try to change it, switch it up a little bit. Shout out to the new Cali DA, George Gaston. I'm probably saying his name wrong. He's actually making his campaign promises true. He's coming in and is trying to eliminate the death penalty in California County. He is reopening cases back to 2012 and has or is in the process of implementing a use of force review board that is going to comprise of civil rights attorneys, members of the community, and policing experts to review law enforcement federal use of force. So we just hope that the right people are going to end up on this committee, this review board, and actually implement change and actually take a look at these cases and realize that a lot of these people were murdered in cold blood because these people were racist. But he is actually trying to make headway, and I hope he's just not, just saying this for the sake of saying it. That we actually hope, and I'm going to come back and circle around on you, Mr. George.
We're watching you.
We're watching you, okay? So I'm excited about it, but I'm trying not to get so excited because I actually want to see changes. I want to see.
Yeah. Cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yes. And that's how we.
That is the summation of Black experience.
Yes, exactly. And that's how we should approach a lot of politicians. And we get too excited about promises and really don't follow up and pay attention. We're too distracted with other shit, other stupid shit about celebrity lives and this shit. Not saying that their lives don't matter, but there's more important things to pay attention to and to focus on. And a lot of this shit is geared to distract us. And if you guys are watching again, Netflix, sponsor us. Okay?
Netflix.
Social Dilemma on Netflix really talks about how social media is created to be addictive. And they're the only industry other than the drug industry that calls their customers users. And let that sink in. A user is somebody who's addicted.
Yep.
You really have to think about that. So it's been orchestrated and invented to distract us from the most important things that are going on. And it's cool to have hobbies. It's cool to, be a fan of somebody. But we really, as a whole generation and as a society, have really been it's too enthralled in the lives of the rich and famous, and really try to model ourselves after that, which you really can't. You make $100,000 a year. You shouldn't be going out and try to buy $88,000 purse to try to keep up with Cardi B.
You should be investing. So that one day you can afford that $88,000 purse.
You shouldn't be, making minimum wage, and I'm not trying to police how people spend their money, but it's just it's geared to be a never-ending cycle. Is my point.
Yeah, social media forces you to try and live above your means and keep up with the Joneses, as we say, and put on this front that your life is better than it is. And you may have a good life, you may have a great life, but nobody gives a fuck about what you bought or what you this or that, or how much you spent on this, or I love seeing pictures of my friends' vacations. Yeah. I love seeing that my friends do that kind of shit. I love seeing pictures of people's lives and how they're doing, but I don't really give a fuck.
It's like it's not a competition for me personally.
No,
and I'm one of the few that thinks that way.
I want to see everybody win.
Exactly, and it's just if we kind of took a little bit of that focus away from what the hell Cardi B and Offset are doing, or how many chicks he done cheated on her with, and really focus on politics and make sure that we're voting in our local elections and making sure we're paying attention and doing our research. As much as you do your research about, people go on Twitter and literally research and find shit. You literally went on Facebook and researched and went through JT's tweets and found tweets, probably back tweets from 2018. You can do the same thing when it comes to your local officials.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, take that energy and what you're doing and redirect it.
Yes. Direct it towards bettering not just yourself, but the entire Black community, man. Like, we need to we need to stand together more now than ever. We need to dead these barriers between Black people, Black light-skinned people, Black dark-skinned people, Black queer people, Black trans people. We need to dead
Black
these
African
barriers.
people, Black European people.
We're everywhere.
Black Caribbean people, Black Latino people. We need to come together as a whole, because together they're scared of us.
Mm-hmm. My mama always used to tell me that there was nothing a white man feared more than an educated Black man.
It's not.
Educated Black person. I'm not just gonna say man, an educated Black person.
Yeah, and there's a quote from the CIA director in the 60s that said the biggest threat to America, or white America, is, based on paraphrasing, is the Black community being together and being whole and being one. They're scared of it, and they literally implemented and put a lot of things in our communities that have broken us apart, that have broken us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's taken forever to fix it, because these things are still in place.
And they won't not be in place until we fix it ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's just the real tea. And I don't care how much you do or don't want to be involved in politics, because I don't really give two fucks about politics, but I know that every single politician is lying.
Yeah.
Whether they are Democrat, Republican, Black, or white, they're lying.
Yeah.
And it's time to put people who will not lie in positions of power.
Mm-hmm. The people that actually give a fuck about the people who give a fuck about actual progressive change.
Mm-hmm.
And progressive change is the equality of all people, marginalized and not, of poor people, of advancements, opportunities for poor people, advancement opportunities for poor people, of people of color, education. They don't give a fuck about education. We're falling so far behind other countries in education.
Because we choose to put so much emphasis on things like fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things, like, in China, kids learn English and Chinese at the same time.
Yeah. We're basically neighbors to a French-speaking country and a Spanish-speaking country. We're actually surrounded the southern border of the United States by Spanish-speaking countries.
And we just refuse. We offer Spanish, French, and German.
In middle school, you really should be offering it way sooner.
We should be teaching kids another language from the day they start school.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
And speaking of, having an ADD moment, I'm sorry, I'm really pissed off, y'all. And I know y'all can hear it in my voice. It's just, I'm fucking tired of all this stupid shit. But there was a video that surfaced earlier of this Asian lady and her daughter. Her daughter is bawling her eyes out. From my understanding, she's Chinese descent. Mm-hmm. She watched Mulan, and I guess they're I haven't seen the Mulan movie, the live action, one. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm guessing that they were, I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, they were speaking Chinese in the movie. Mm-hmm. And the little girl's crying. She's like, I'm Chinese, and I don't know how to speak Chinese, and I want to speak Chinese like she was saying, like her grandma, her grandpa. She's like, how can I be? And it's like, why aren't you why aren't you teaching your children your native language? Yeah. Like, why aren't you doing that?
I have a friend who is Mexican. I believe she's Mexican, and her whole family speaks Spanish, but she doesn't.
Yeah, and that's like, very prevalent in the Latino community.
It's so nuts to me. I would not want to lose that culture.
Yeah.
As a black person, I've already lost so much of my culture.
Yes.
That I am slowly discovering. I'm slowly discovering this native heritage and all of this other heritage. I have German heritage, bitch. Like,
yeah.
My last name is German. And I'm slowly discovering all these things about myself and putting the pieces together, but so many people are born just with it.
Yeah.
Like, your heritage is there for you.
It's there. It's literally a generation removed.
Yeah.
Or 2 generations removed.
And we don't fucking know.
You're not teaching it. And you can get so much further in life knowing a foreign language or knowing your native language. Yeah. It's just...
That just made me... Bitch, I'm about to re-download Duolingo.
Listen, I think Duolingo charges now.
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
I need to get back on learning Spanish because that's one thing that learning about my Afro-Latino heritage. I don't know how to speak Spanish, and it's a huge disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
And not even just for the people who are just now newly discovering heritage. It's also people who know their heritage. It's very close to their heritage. Like I said, a generation removed don't know how to speak the language.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we went through a whole bunch of emotion, rage. Being fed the fuck up.
This is 2 heavy episodes back to back. We're gonna have to do like a gossip episode.
Fuck them. And fuck their feelings. They need to hear this shit. They need to.
No, they truly do.
Yeah,
fully.
like,
I am fully joking. Like, but also this is 2 really heavy episodes.
This is 2
back
really
to
heavy
back.
episodes. Really sit there and if you are a non-black person watching this, or a non-African American person watching this, or marginalized person watching this, really sit back and reflect and know that this is not our job as black people to educate you. Like I said in the last couple of episodes, correct you. I don't give a fuck if your auntie is 94 years old and want to die tomorrow. Correct her. Don't let her be going around saying racist shit. Correct your dad. Correct your spouse. Correct your friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And don't teach them. It's learned behavior.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's learned behavior.
If you are a non-POC person listening to this, I want you to share this with at least one other non-POC friend, and listen to it together. Listen to it apart and come back and discuss. But listen to this and get all of this knowledge that we just dropped in this episode.
Yeah, and for all our fans that are non-POCs, and it's just going to be some homework for you, I want you to go on our social media once you listen to this episode and really digest, and I want you to come back with key takeaways, at least 3 key takeaways from this episode.
Yeah.
Hit us up on Twitter. It's Urban Proper Pod.
Or on Instagram or Facebook at Urban Proper Podcast. And hit our comment section on any post, any picture, any video, any status update, or whatever we post. We want to hear it because we want to know if y'all are actually listening and absorbing what you have heard from this. And share, like I said, share this with at least one other non-POC friend.
Yes.
Because we need to know. Y'all need to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. Every single last bit of it. The disrespect, the hatred, here's a little tidbit of information for you. I don't know if you knew this, and then we can end this episode because it's already been, whatever. Did you know that the swastika is actually a symbol of peace in most native cultures? Yeah,
and in the Hindu culture, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In every culture but white culture.
Mm-hmm. They literally took it and defiled that symbol.
I posted that on my Facebook page today. I was like, wow, white racists are literally so unoriginal. They took a symbol from other people and made it a hate symbol. And my friend commented on it and said, it's very on brand for them.
Very on brand.
Very on brand to not even be original enough to come up with your own hate symbol.
This culture vulture is all over the place.
Ugh, disgusting. I hate it.
Like I said, hit us up with 3 takeaways from this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you come to me with negative energy, especially because I actually am the one who runs Twitter,
mm-hmm.
I will light your life on fire, please.
And as the one who runs Facebook, I will light you the fuck up also.
So tread lightly.
Tread very lightly. Come respectfully.
Come respectfully.
Or not at all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.